Los Angeles, California. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 players injured. One of their stars out. Something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, we've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. From deep, George. Nice D from Doncic.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
That one goes in.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Jackson. After Luka Doncic's bucket.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
And Doncic, here we go. It's his first trip to the line.
He had 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Jackson against Richardson. Batum, he can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Porzingis. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Jackson against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Now here's Jackson. Inside. Porzingis with the block. But they recover it. Zubac the pass to Batum. Shot clock at 6. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that one is good from Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Here's Doncic. They get it again. Tries again. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's George. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on Luka Doncic.
Fouling to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Rondo with it. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. And Patterson kicks to Morris. Patterson down low. Brunson covering. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Redick. It's stolen by Morris. Rondo with the ball. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Morris outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Patterson. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Makes it off the glass.
Unselfish. Moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Outside Rondo. The 10-footer. Patterson. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Mavericks trail by 6. Brunson scanning the floor. It's stolen by Rondo. Here's Man. Got a piece of it. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Here's Man, guarded by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Mavericks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. The shot by Powell, no good. And George, here we go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on J.J. Redick.
Good luck containing Paul George on the drive. He's one of the more fluid wings in the league.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Now Brunson. Here's Powell. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
They've got Morris. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patterson in at the center position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Rondo. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. The drive by Rondo. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now here is Morris. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Now here's Rondo. That one drops for him.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Mavericks trail by 14. Now here's Doncic. He has 7. He feeds it to Powell. And it's good for 2. Powell's got his first bucket of the night.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult. And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And the Clippers have possession. The Mavericks making the shot, and it's Leonard missing. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Richardson, good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Richardson's got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward. He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
The shot by Rondo is no good. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Doncic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Now just a 4-point Clipper lead. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Rondo passes to Kennard. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Richardson. Rondo against Doncic. Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
Now here's Porzingis. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Doncic. Ripped away. Oh, and here we go with Rondo. Nobody back. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. George is checked in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Kennard. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
To the inside. Jackson dishes to Patterson. Yep, it counts.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Doncic feeling it out. And he gets it to go. Doncic has got 13.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
2 on the clock. Not going to go that time. And the first half is now in the... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a nice 7-point lead. Shaq, what? And that.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit. Gave this offense a different dimension.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Burke can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 5. Stolen by Brunson. And they're moving it up. Here's Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Jackson looking around. Mavericks trailed by 3, and even 3-on-3 break. Puts it up from 15. Burke can't get it to go. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Outside, George. Batum trying to break loose. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
And Kleber slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Outside, George. Outside, Jackson. Here's Leonard. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Now, here's Zubats. Outside, Batum. Count it, and the foul. That one on Richardson. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Mann. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mann's got his second basket of the night.
He saw the opportunity to get an easy bucket on the break and took advantage of it.
Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Basket good. And now an 8-point Clipper lead.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Down low. Marjanovic passes to Richardson to stop the run. He lays it in. Richardson's got his third basket of the night.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Jackson against Richardson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Marjanovic. 1:12 left here in the third quarter. Doncic, no good. And Batum kicks to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Morris. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Doncic.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
And that's an intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Clippers making a change here. Hondo's checked in. Outside for Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the wide open shot from Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Burke can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 6. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Patterson can't get it to go.
He'd like to have that one back. That's easy money.
Burke finds Cauley Stein. Yes! And the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
For Dallas, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Free throw no good for Cauley Stein.
And Cauley Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
And here is Burke. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubats. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Brunson against Rondo. Brunson, no good.
Now, good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. 8 feet away. Tries to save it. Oh, trying for it, but they get it back. Puts up a 3. Redick with the rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. I mean, you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
And he makes the first. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis comes in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And it's the Clippers with the ball. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Here's George. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Rondo. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Outside for Rondo. And the rejection by Marjanovic. On the clock. Rondo with a clean look. The Mavericks pull it in.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And it's sent back by George. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And it's Rondo penetrating.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Doncic.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Here's Rondo, and it goes down 2 points.
What passion from Rondo on that drive. Just relentless on how he takes it straight to the defense.
Doncic against Rondo, and Doncic gets it to go.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Doncic against Rondo. Yes, that goes in. Doncic has got 21.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Rondo passes to Zubac. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Patterson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And that one's good, George.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Doncic against Jackson. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Doncic. Jackson against Richardson. Lets it go from 11. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
That shot off the mark. 80 that time from Leonard. Jackson drives in, and the dunk by Jackson.
That's what Jackson's doing right now. Supreme confidence in the clutch.
Doncic against Jackson. And it's Doncic missing. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. No coverage that time. And now it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
And it's just competing. And, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Batum with the ball. So the Clippers with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of it. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Jones. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Outside, Porzingis. And Jones pulls it down.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
To the wing right side. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Doncic looking it over. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard, the pass to Simons. Pass to Nurkic. He kicks it to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Covington. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's Simons. Outside, Jones. Lillard outside.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
A springy guy. Richardson is a great leaper. He can get way up for it, too.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. 4-point game. Outside, Jones. Lillard surveying the D. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anferny Simons. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Out to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Doncic has got his second basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And there's Enes Kanter on the assist by Lillard.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Love seeing Lillard working in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Brunson. And Kanter pulls it down. For Portland, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Out to Anthony. Back to McCollum. And the shot goes down.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Dallas no good that time either. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Anthony against Cauley-Stein. Kanter kicks to Giles. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Redick way outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's all tied in Portland. The second quarter coming up right after this. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's camaraderie.
What we've learned is staying together, staying.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley-Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Brunson against McCollum. High post, Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Jones for 3. No good there. And it's Dallas the other way. Finney-Smith passes to Brunson. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Count it. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Marjanovic down low. Anthony on him. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Cullen passes to Nurkic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find it.
Brunson with a clean look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And here's McCollum for 3. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Finney-Smith kicks to Brunson. Cauley-Stein passes to Brunson. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. And just over 3.5 minutes play here in the second quarter. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And McCollum has a perfect shooting form, a beautiful hierarchy shot that looks good every time he releases.
Here's Brunson. No good with the triple.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
McCollum against Brunson. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
All free throws good from Doncic. 54 seconds left in the first half. Lillard against Doncic. Now Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 6.
But Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Porzingis with the steal. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. Passes it to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
To the paint. And the basket by Lillard.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Here's Lillard. 8 points for him. And he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Here's Simons. Richardson cover. Nurkic played in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for him.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Doncic against Lillard. 6 to shoot. Simons, the pass to Nurkic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Nurkic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Shot from the wing, and it's Dallas with another.
They've been very sharp to start the half. A perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They trail by 1. Pass to Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Doncic outside. The pass to Marjanovic. The feed to Richardson. Doncic with it. 16 points for him. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Anthony Simons. And then for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Stolen by Brunson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. The 3 for Doncic. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. Hardaway has got the game tied up here for Dallas.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. McCollum dishes to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Kanter. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Pass to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Doncic outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Jones. And it's Powell in for Damian Lillard. Then for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the defense.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team. Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Cauley Stein.
He has such a strong presence inside. Cauley Stein can be a hard man to defend in the painted area.
Outside Anthony. Cullen passes to Cannon. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Taken away by Anthony.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Got to appreciate how aggressive Canner is on offense. I mean, it's what earns him trips to the line.
And Cantor drops them both. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Brunson. The putback can't get it to fall. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Trailblazers. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Josh Richardson out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Hardaway in at the small 4. Portland leading. Now Powell. To the middle. Cantor dishes to Powell. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The shot's good from Cantor. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Embracing physical contact on the way up. Cantor seems to enjoy scoring right on the defense.
Redick passes to Richardson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's Powell on the wing. Richardson covering. Powell kicks to Anthony. This one for 3. A putback, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Richardson the pass to Powell. Redick with the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Nurkic checked in for Robert Covington. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. Mavericks trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Here's Anthony. There's the dish to Cantor. Kicks to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony, the pass to Cantor. Count that one.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
Doncic outside. Inside. Here's Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Lillard, bounce pass. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he did.
Harry Giles is checked in for Portland. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple.
Look, I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not these.
Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
It's Richardson on the wing. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Marjanovic. Three-pointer on the way. No good on the shot. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Anthony in the corner. To the paint. Kicks it out to McCollum.
I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Giles. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here are the Mavericks now. 9-point game. Now here's Richardson. Pass to Marjanovic. From deep. So the Trailblazers win it. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Nestled among the peaks of... And let's...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there at Bol. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the shooting guard. The drive by Doncic.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Outside Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Back to Jokic. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Now, here's Doncic. Shoots from 12. Marjanovic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Porter finds Jokic. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Jokic. Snatched away. Jokic with the steal. Gordon inside. Guarded by Marjanovic. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Finney Smith, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Murray surveying the D. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Over Jokic. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And Jokic gets it to go. Jokic has got his 2nd basket of the game. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Jokic, no good. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Marjanovic. Oh!
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force. Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic. And that one's good. Marjanovic. The Nuggets trail by 4. There's a minute left in the first quarter. Murray, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And the shot is good.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Murray against Doncic. Murray the pass to Bull. Doncic with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Pass to Finney-Smith. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Murray against Doncic. Dallas leading by 8. Down low, here's Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we caught it before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had
selfless. I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the floor for Dallas, Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Kleba in at the 4 spot. And here are the Nuggets now. The Mavericks making the shot. Campazzo. Now, here's Clark. Burke covering. Millsap kicks to Dozier. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
The shot off that time. The Nuggets trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Millsap misses. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Here's Burke. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Burke's got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here's Clark. Still getting warmed up offensively, no scoring yet from him. No good that time, and it's Dallas the other way. There's the pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's Brunson. The second chance effort. The shake. And there's the nice layup by Cauley-Stein. Cauley-Stein's got 4 this quarter.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
And it's McGee penetrating. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Mavericks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The Nuggets making a switch here. Bowles checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's Denver now. It's a 16-point game. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, DA. Here's Murray after Luka Doncic's bucket. Murray, the pass to Jokic.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Marjanovic. Over Jokic. Marjanovic kicks to Finney-Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Now Murray. Passes to Jokic. 1:07 left to play in the first half. Over Porzingis. Jokic, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Here's Jokic. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Jokic has got 8 points.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Here's Brunson. That one, no good.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And that one's good, Barton.
They ran that set to perfection and got a terrific look out of it.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Burke. Here's Cauley Stein. Oh, goodness.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
And here's Barton. He feeds it to McGee. With 4 seconds on the clock, can't capitalize inside. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with an 18-point lead. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided win or lose, Kenny. The Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations in the NBA.
The only.
And that'll about do it as we get.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got JaVale McGee, Paul Millsap out there with Green. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the point. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
You know, there was so much hype around Kristaps Porzingis once he got off to a great start in his first year. And you just want to see him continue to grow and add dimensions to the offensive game every year. What's next, we'll see.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Mavericks leading by 18. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 10.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Porter against Richardson. And then Porter with the jam.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Murray outside. That shot, no good.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
Now, here's Bull. Not a lot of room. Gordon, the pass to Bull. Kicks it out to Gordon. 2 on the clock. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Now, here's Doncic. To the inside. Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Doncic against Murray.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
And here is Murray after Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver passing it around. Outside Hardaway. And the pass to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. 1:37 left to play in the third. And yes, it's good. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
And Denver has possession after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Now, here's Burke. Pass to Brunson. On the wing, Hardaway. The steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here.
The pretty dunk brings down the house.
Gracious. And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
Now here's Burke in the corner. Hardaway with it. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Campazzo. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kleber against Millsap from the wing. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And with long arms and great strength, Millsap can make plays bigger than his actual size.
And so it's Dallas, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here, we've got Jalen Brunson. Cauley Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Redick in at the 2. And that one's good, Barton.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Lets the 3 fly. Brunson, no good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And he gets the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Mavericks leading by 21. And Redick kicks to Brunson. 3-pointer. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Denver shooting 43% from the floor. Murray outside. Passes it to Jokic. Here's Bull. Puts it up from 12. The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Finney-Smith passes to Kleber. That one goes. Count it.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Doncic against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Doncic finds Marjanovic. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Right wing. Doncic outside. Beyond the arc.
Love the determination by Murray on defense. Really doing his best to pester these shooters.
Pass to Bull. Shoots over Marjanovic. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. From deep three-point range. No good from Finney-Smith.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Over to the wing. Kleber kicks to Doncic. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Now here's Porter. Burke covering. Here's Jokic. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. The pass to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. The tray drills the three-pointer.
Man, that is ridiculous range from Luka Doncic. Yes, step across half-court line, I'm in my range.
Murray against Doncic. Ball stolen. .130 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Mavericks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Kept alive. Pass to Kleba. Doncic right side. A 3-ball. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Shot and game clock separated by 5.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Passes to Marjanovic. Tries a 3. No good. Shot missing. Murray with it. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast. And David.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks had far.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And the Clippers starting 5. They've got Jackson. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in a 2-guard. And for the Mavericks, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Jackson. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Count that bucket.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Doncic outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is George. Zubac kicks to George. Offensive rebound.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Doncic outside. Here's Marjanovic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now, here's George. Makes it off the glass.
Not much you can do against Paul George on the drive. I mean, he's got great length and he knows how to use it, and he gets exactly where he wants to.
Here's Doncic.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff. With KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open, I love that team-first attitude on display.
Rondo looking over the floor. The dish to Leonard. 6 to shoot. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Now, here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Clippers in the lead. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Pass to Porzingis. Finished off the break.
You know, guys, this is the danger Porzingis poses in the open floor. He's excellent at getting to his spots.
Rondo against Richardson. Rondo's shot is good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Richardson against George. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Clippers trail. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Rondo. Here's Zubac. It's deflected.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Rondo. No good again that time. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Dwight Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Here's Morris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
To the middle, here's Cauley-Stein. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs. Jackson against Brunson. There's the pass to Mann. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for 1 more coming up.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the contest. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
And stolen by Cauley-Stein. The finish and the dunk by Powell.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Outside Jackson. Mavericks with the rebound. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And he recovers it. Powell kicks to Brunson. Powell inside. Patterson's there. And the dunk by Powell.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Outside Jackson. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Brunson. Another three for Dallas.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Jackson looking it over. Inside, Patterson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Dallas.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
1:52 left here in the second. Rondo passes to Patterson. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And it's Doncic missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
George, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Richardson finds Porzingis. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And Porzingis, here we go. Took him no time at all on that one. Porzingis has got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
That shot missing. Doncic against Rondo. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. Marjanovic has got 5 now.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Trey Burks checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Back to Brunson. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
And here's Rondo. Pass to Leonard. Back to Rondo. Releases. The shot, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had.
And so it's Dallas, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 13 points. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the 1.
Boy, Porzingis is a very impressive all-around scorer. And every year it seems as though he's taking on more of the offensive load.
Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Here's Jackson, and he banks in the layup.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
The drive by Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got 8 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Comes up empty down low. Deflects the pass. Mavericks leading by 16. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Jackson misses. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Leonard attacking. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. Leonard, no luck. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Morris dishes to Rondo. And the Clippers miss again.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Patterson can't get it to go. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Doncic outside. To the paint. Powell trying to free himself up. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got 5. Mavericks leading by 20. Doncic left side. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on J.J. Redick. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And, you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Mann, trips down the breakaway slam.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Here's Brunson. Lays it up off the glass. He has 7. Clippers trail by 18. Rondo passes to Patterson. It's good.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
It's stolen. Kennard kicks to Patterson. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Brunson. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Brunson, good. And the Mavericks lead by 18. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. Kennard on the wing. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Cauley Stein in the post. The layup off target. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Dallas. They lead by 18. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Maxi Kleber is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Burke in at the two-guard spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Outside for Jackson. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Clippers trail by 17. And the shot goes in. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Kleber. It's hauled in by George. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And the basket by Jackson.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Now here's Brunson. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Short. Oh, what a finish!
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother him.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. That free throw good from George.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
That free throw good from Doncic.
You know, he's the third pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Marjanovic down low. Zubac's defending. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
George passes to Zubac. That one, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Richardson. Great D that time from Batum. Clippers trail by 14. Leonard dishes to George. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Finney Smith. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks leading by 14. Here's Richardson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Down low. Out to Porzingis. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Jackson gets the bucket.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
On the wing, Batum. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Mavericks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Porzingis.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Richardson finds Doncic. That shot, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 9 points. Basket counts.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Out to the wing. Here's Finney Smith, and he's good on the 3-ball.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Batum wide open, he fires. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Batum not known for his outside shot, but I'd love to see him knock this shot down on a more consistent.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting tonight, as seen from above. Welcome, everyone. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome. But it does shrink your margin. For error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 2 spot. And for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And good that time. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brent, know each other very well.
Very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Lillard against Doncic. The 9-foot shot. Marjanovic, no good.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And here are the Mavericks now. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lillard against Doncic. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Left side, Porzingis. There's the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And Lillard kicks to Jones. Nurkic with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. Nurkic can't hit.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Porzingis on the foul.
Can't go in soft. You got to have intention when you go in there on the glass. And Porzingis wanted to beat everybody to the ball that time.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Portland no good that time either. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Richardson for 3. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. Great D that time from Nurkic. The Trailblazers on offense. Trailing by 2. Lillard way outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
Now, this is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. Right now, he's gunning from deep range.
Lillard against Doncic. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Nurkic. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
Nice shot selection there. Nurkic finding a shooting window and making that one count.
Here's Doncic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Lillard attacking.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Chalk up 2 there.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Jones trying to get open.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Doncic against Nurkic. Here's Marjanovic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. McCollum right side. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Now, here's Marjanovic. He has 5. Outside, Redick. The pass to Powell. 3 seconds left. Here's Marjanovic. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's a tie game in Dallas. And the second. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had a big game.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Well, they're playing aggressive, unselfish basketball, exactly what their coach wants.
Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And a deep 3 from Lillard. They get the rebound.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Brunson. Pass to Powell. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Lillard surveying the D. Inside. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Nice strength shown there by Enes Kanter, showing real muscle. Whenever the defense is trying to get physical with him, he has an answer.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Giles is checked in. McCollum against Brunson. Here's Cauley-Stein, and the shot is long. Portland leading by 3. Powell kicks to Kanter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
And putting the defender in a difficult spot. Kanter with the strong frame. Hard to stop on that.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like John Moran, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Foul for 3. The Trailblazers rebound. And another shot. Kanter's shot is off.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Finishes the break with a slam.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Here's Brunson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Luka Doncic comes in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Cullen passes to Carmelo. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Dallas. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Harry Giles. Jones checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Powell's got 6 points in the quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Nurkic finds Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Doncic feeling it out. To the paint, and the dunk by Powell.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, isn't it? Both teams trading punches. Here's Doncic. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
Covington wide open. He fires from outside off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Doncic, no good.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Porzingis with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Count it. Powell's got 10 points in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Covington on the wing. His three-pointers off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 3. Richardson attacking. Powell pulls it in. Here's Nurkic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 6 points for Nurkic. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside.
Kevin, thanks.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We're leading the way at the start. It was Damian Lillard. He had 9 points and 1 assist. And that should do it with
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the small forward. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Outside, Porzingis. Trailblazers leading by 3. Covington finds McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. That one doesn't go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Doncic outside. Finished off the break. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
A shot by Lillard, wide open. No good on the triple.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And that one's good. Doncic.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Lillard outside. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Evans is checked in. Hardaway kicks to Marjanovic. 2 points. That one goes.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Doncic. The free throw drops from Marjanovic. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Brunson, and he comes up with the deuce. Brunson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
Lillard outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Lillard's got 11 points.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Passes it to Cauley-Stein. And Jones pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for Anthony Simons. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. Pass to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. Hardaway passes to Brunson. Over McCollum. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Powell down low, working on Cauley-Stein. Covington into the lane. Powell, no one around him. Here's Cantor. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Cantor for the lead. And that's 2 points on the layup. 7 points in the game.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Brunson, no good. Portland leading. Here's Powell. They get it back. Covington passes to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Using some brute force to take it strong to the rack. Cantor leaving nothing to chance.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Brunson, good. So it's Portland now. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now McCollum. And that one drops.
Well, he knows how to get the shot off at any time on that pick and roll. Natural instincts taking over, and the experience helping McCollum as well.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. For Dallas, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Okay.
The first free throw is good. So both teams changing it up here. And so he makes both from the line. And here's McCollum. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Porzingis, Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Giles, misses off the right iron.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Porzingis, that's a 2. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And for Portland, they're shooting in this game 45%. Here's Anthony, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Melo buries these kind of shots all the time. It seems like there's not a difficult shot in Melo's handbook.
And Doncic, here we go. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Anthony, the pass to Canner. Outside Anthony. Shot clock at 6. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. McCollum against Doncic. Fades away.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Doncic left side. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Portland leading by 4. McCollum outside. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. In the corner, it's Little. McCollum finds Canner. Just 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Giles. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Jones comes in for Harry Giles. Simons, he's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. Here's Doncic. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Deep 2 from Anthony, and that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. Doncic against Lillard. Here's Marjanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Anthony. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Portland. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And there's the pass to Simons. To the inside. Nurkic. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Enes Kanter's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. .119 left in the fourth. Lillard fires away from way outside. Here's Kanter. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Doncic against Lillard, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Doncic. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And a deep three from Lillard. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And we know it. We've seen it. Lillard's range extends well beyond the three-point line. Hard to keep a hand in his face from that far out.
The three for Doncic. Offensive rebound. Here's Marjanovic. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Lillard the pass to Simons. Doncic against Lillard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Richardson gets a wide open look. No good on the three. So the Trailblazers win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Hole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. And for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Porter passes to Jokic. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
And stolen by Richardson. Pass break, Dallas. Dallas moving it around. And that one's good, Marjanovic.
And they're just doomed if they keep letting them post up like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
The drive by Jokic. Bull. The rebound by Marjanovic. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Porzingis. And that one drops for him.
Well, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
It's been a slow start here for Denver. 6-point game. Here's Murray. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. That one is on Bull. Dallas shooting their first foul shot of the game.
There's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
Now, here's Bull. Stolen away. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Doncic.
Hey, guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And Porter, here we go. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
It's good. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here is Porter following the score by Dallas. And the pass to Bull. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Doncic throws it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Murray. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Doncic feeling it out. And the dunk by Doncic.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Here's Porzingis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, tough to contain all that size on the drive. Kristaps Porzingis, 7-footer.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Here's Doncic, following the basket by JaVale McGee. The shot by Powell, no good.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Here's Brunson. Rebounded by McGee. And Millsap, here we go. Can't cash in from close range. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Right back after this break. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach to each
mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Jamal Murray. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 17 points was their biggest margin. And here is Murray. But they'll get another chance. Pass to McGee. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Outside Hardaway. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, there's big-time athleticism when you're talking about Hardaway. Puts it on the deck and relentless move to the cup.
Murray dishes to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Luka Doncic is in distinguished company because his game is so far advanced for his age.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Burt comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And Denver also making a switch. Gordon's checked in. And it's in there.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And so here's Denver. The Mavericks making the shot. Campazzo. It's rebounded by Brunson. And they're running. Here's Hardaway. Passes it to Brunson. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Nuggets trail by 17. On the wing, Gordon. Now, Kleber.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And Denver has possession after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Tips it, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Burke.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Brunson. Michael Porter making his last shot. Brunson scanning the floor. Inside, here's Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Marjanovic has got his second basket of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
It's Barton with the drive. Yep, that one goes.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Finney-Smith. Gordon with the defensive effort. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Porter in the corner. He kicks to Bull. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Barton, no luck.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Jokic. Misses from short range.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting with a comfortable lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how... And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Hart.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Luka Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Porter passes to Murray. On baseline, Jay, and he connects with the jumper. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Murray dishes to Bull. That one falls.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Doncic against Murray. And Doncic, here we go.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Bull with it. He's picked up by Doncic, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Redick passes to Powell. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And that one, good.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Doncic with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. And that one's good. Doncic has got 19 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Campazzo, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Doncic. Good on both. Mavericks leading by 14. .153 left in the third quarter of the game. Lays it up and banks it in.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
And that one, good.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Powell. Good on the bucket. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Campazzo, Brunson covering, and the shot goes in. Mavericks leading by 18. 50 seconds left in the third. Brunson kicks to Redick. Powell down low. Millsap's there. Good on the shot. Powell's got 6.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pass to McGee. Releases from 15. Mavericks with the rebound. Cauley-Stein with it. He's picked up by Millsap. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Misses the deep three-point attempt. The Nuggets trail by 20. Campazzo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
From deep, Richardson, and Bull pulls it down. One-on-one here. And he makes that one. 6 points for Jokic.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
And so it's Dallas in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Richardson, and Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Aaron Gordon. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Porter at the shooting guard position.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Up again, Jokic on the follow.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. The three from Porzingis. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
In the corner, it's Gordon. The pass to Bull. Back to Gordon. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. He scores his fifth field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Richardson finds Porzingis. And here is Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. From the line. Porzingis can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 16. Jokic passes to Murray. Porter with it. Back to Murray. Porzingis with the block. They retain possession. Marjanovic with it. Porzingis looking it over. Up top, Marjanovic. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a fan as I can ever recall having.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Richardson against Jokic. Richardson dishes to Hardaway. Jokic with the steal. And it's Gordon. Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
Richardson outside. They get a hand on it. Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. There's the double team with Bull. Takes the 3. Murray with the defensive effort. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And it's Jokic missing.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Murray against Richardson. Doubled by Murray. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Over Porter. Marjanovic, no good.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Dallas.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Now, here's Doncic. Millsap grabs the miss.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Count it, good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And it's Doncic missing. The Nuggets now on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. The lead now cut to single digits.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. They get it back. Moves back up. And the nice bucket inside for Marjanovic.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
So we see the map. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it.